Alright, quick rundown. This is the top 5 places to live highlights. If you want to see the full top 5, it will be in the link below where we give all our reasonings. And yeah, hope you enjoy.
My first pick is Hogwarts. And it's actually a dishonorable mention. I apologize for not putting like a line across it with the D. And the reason why is like, well, why wouldn't you want to be a fucking wizard and shit? And jumping chocolate frogs and all sorts of shit like that. The reason behind that Ranger Swamp is because a lot of fucking wizards die.
Yeah. Alright, so I also have a dishonorable mention. My dishonorable mention is the entirety of the Resident Evil universe.
Yeah.
And not just any particular area in Resident Evil. I'm talking about like all, like, because here, let's be honest, Resident Evil is very similar to, you know, our world, but there's a huge difference. There's zombies everywhere, monsters, and other horrific creatures in this world. Yeah. And let's be honest, unless your name is Chris Redfield, there's not a guarantee that you're getting out of these situations alive.
Yeah. But my number 5 is going to be Pokemon World. Now, you ask why Pokemon? Well, first, no one fucking dies here, apparently. I don't think anyone has died in Pokemon. Have you noticed anyone dying?
Not that they really explicitly mentioned, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, no Digimon, like, I would say Digimon is not afraid to tell you someone dies, but Pokemon, Pokemons die, but not people.
Yeah,
mostly just
exactly.
Pokemon.
Yo, who gives a fuck about the Pokemon? Really? I mean...
Oh my god.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 comes from a video game. The location is known as the Cloud Sea of Allrest. This comes from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Okay. And the reason why I chose this Cloud Sea is because, well, just as it's, you know, the title suggests, you see the clouds that dragon is on? By the way, that dragon is also known as a Titan, which is the lands of this world. The lands that people live on are on the backs of these Titans, and he's one of them.
Now, on to number 4. Now, like I said, this is a matter of 3 choices or 3 criteria. Life, which is number 1, longevity, life, love, and food. So, I picked for my number 4 is living in the Anne Rice world of vampires. Now, most of you probably know Anne Rice's works from the movie Interview with the Vampire. She has a ton of other books regarding this whole Lestat, who's her most famous vampire. What's your number 4?
My number 4 comes from the game series Monster Hunter, and that is the lovely little village Kamura. The Kamura village from Monster Hunter Rise.
Okay.
And the reason why I picked Kamura is because I could pick any Monster Hunter village, but I'm gonna be honest, I think Astera would have been a little bit too stressful considering how many Elder Dragons you have to fight on a constant basis.
Yeah.
And they're sending behemoths after you, and then all of a sudden Ancient Lesser comes out of nowhere. So I just decided, you know, I'm gonna avoid all that. And Kamura is not so bad. Not only are there hunter, do you get a, you know, Palico, you also get a Palamute.
Yeah.
So you both get a dog and a cat. You get really decent weapons. And, you know, for a sword that is a hand-me-down sword, actually being really durable.
Yeah.
So, clearly, they know how to keep their weapons up to date.
Yeah.
And then, you also have the wire bug. So, being a hunter Kamura village is not terrible, because...
Yep.
Yeah, you still have to hunt monsters, you still have to put in work, but you have a better chance of surviving than being thrown at a giant lava volcanic monster. Yeah.
Alright. So, my number 3 is going to be GTA 5 again, we think about the longevity of life. We think about the food, and we think about the love in my life, which would be the women. GTA has all of it. If I get sick, yeah, I get shot down, but I come out at a doctor with 30 bullets, brand new, and all it cost me was $110. My number 2 is a movie. It's called The Invention of Lion. I don't know if you remember this movie, Ranger Swamp.
I think I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this movie has to deal with one person. Well, the whole world just tells the truth all the time. There is no lying. No one can lie. They just don't lie. Everyone tells the truth. So if you ask a thief or someone who steals, did you rob the bank? Yes, I stole. Okay, well, we're going to put you in jail. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais' character, he can lie. For whatever reason, he can lie. He figured out that he can lie and get away with it. I think he was upset with his job or some shit. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is from a galaxy far, far away.
Okay.
The Star Wars galaxy.
All right.
And I'm going to say it. I think this galaxy is just, not only is it expansive, but your opportunities, you know, as long as the Empire isn't about to gun you down, are vast.
Yeah.
You could be basically whatever you like. I think that's the one thing about Star Wars I didn't even think about, but you can be whatever you want. There's really no limitation to what you can do.
Are we ready for our number 1s?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 1 is not only one of my favorite games of all time, but one of my favorite worlds, Hyrule. And I'm talking specifically about Ocarina of Time and also Majora's Mask. And here's why. Right? So let's say I marry... What's the farm girl's name?
Malone?
Malone, yeah. Malone. Nice. Your pick, Ranger Swamp.
My number 1 pick is going to be the land of Eorzea.
Okay.
And the reason I choose this land is because in Eorzea,
Yeah.
there is just endless amounts of possibilities you could do. It's kind of like Star Wars, but less Anakin Skywalkers going walking around.
Yeah.
And overall, I think the one thing I like about Eorzea is, even though the main character, the Warrior of Light, is supposed to be special, a lot of the things he does is not because he was granted like any gifts from the gods or anything like that. He literally gets those gifts taken from him, and he's still pulling off, or he or she, depending on the character you choose, are still pulling off impressive feats. They're still doing these things that most people couldn't see themselves doing.
And that is it for the top 5 places to live. As always, if you want to see the full top 5, it will be in the link in the description below. Also on twitch.tv/RangerSwamp. Please check it out if you're interested. That's about it. Thank you for watching.